Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, I go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, but them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us to ring answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jello. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close at the film. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect it bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani odianya nine odia nine nke purita kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa ka anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ simile nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpete mazụ nye ha sọgotụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ebi ise mma mmadụ.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. It's going to be a very quick one. I welcome everyone that has connected. As you connect, like and share to other people so that they can join us on the program. Share to family and friends, share to those who are closer to you so they can come and share with us on this very quick evening section. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, I welcome you once again. Remember, in our platform, all we do is to propagate the gospel of Biafra, to tell the world the truth and nothing but the truth, to tell the world what is going on in Biafran territory. No matter how they try to hide the situation, we will not allow them to hide it. As they continue to try to hide it, we will continue to expose it. That is why we are coming online on a daily basis. No matter how difficult it is, we will come. Even if it is 1 minute that we have, even if it is one person or two people that are watching, we are going to broadcast. At least let it be on record that we have spoken. Then whatever be the decision of the world and the Biafran people, it is in their hand. Biafra is at the crossroad. Biafra is at the crossroad. Will we endure or perish? Will we endure or perish? That is the question. Biafra is at the crossroad. Will we endure or allow ourselves to be perished? Are we going to allow ourselves to perish or we endure? We are at the crossroad. When you look at what is happening in the journey today, we look at the attack that is coming from east, west, north, and south, inside and outside, you will know that Biafra is at a crossroad. We have gotten to a stage where everything is working and fighting us. Everything is working and fighting us. I'm one of the people that do not like to tell lies to myself, neither will I lie to someone else. Some of us prefer lies. Some of us like to lie ourselves. If you are sincere to yourself, you will know the situation Biafra is today. We are at the crossroad. There are so many issues, right, left, and center. So many confusions everywhere. So many distractions everywhere. And if we pretend that these things are not existing, we will be deceiving ourselves. The earlier we begin to acknowledge the situation, the easier it is for we to overcome the challenges. If we continue to pretend that all is well, we will continue to pretend and the situation will get worse, worse, and worse. That's the reason why I do not like to pretend. Whenever I come online, I say it the way it is. It doesn't matter whether you are happy or you are angry, whether you like it or not. I do not come to broadcast to make anybody happy unnecessarily. I do not come to broadcast to give people a false hope. Biafra is at the crossroad. At this particular point in time, if we do not take correction and do the right thing, the hand of clock will be drawn back. We have gone too far for us to begin to think of going back. Going back is not an option for us Biafrans and will never be an option. Anybody that is bringing that idea to you, trying to tell you that going back could be an option, that is an enemy. Biafra at the crossroad. Will we endure or perish? Will we endure or perish? Of course, I know that my fellow Biafrans do not want to perish. None of us would like to go to the path of being perished. That is why we must have to tighten our belts to endure. In the midst of all the trials, in the midst of all the challenges, in the midst of all the propaganda, in the midst of all the lies, you must be strong. It is painful that the lies are even coming from the angle you never expect. The distractions and deceit is coming from the angle you never believe. But I have hope. And I'm praying very hard that Mazi Simon Ebanjoko should join us by next week. I pray that by next week, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa will join us so that we can forge ahead in strength, in power, and in unity and get to the direction where we are supposed to go. A lot of things are happening, distracting Biafrans. A lot of things are putting Biafrans in tension. Many Biafrans are taking the back seat. Many Biafrans have decided to sit in the fence and watch. Personally, I don't think it is the best. But at the same time, every one of us have our own rights to make our choice. You have the right to make your choice. I have the right to make a choice. I will be responsible for the choice I make. You will be responsible for the choice you make. But I will never tell you that it is the best for you to take the back seat and watch. Wherever you find yourself at this critical point in time, start from that place to fight your battle. Whichever group you belong, start from there to begin to fight the battle. It is very important that we don't take a leave because our enemy is not taking a leave. Our enemies are not taking a break. Instead, they are increasing their forces. They are increasing their strategies. They are putting more effort to see that they stop us. My fellow Biafran, do not allow them to stop us. You heard the voice of Mazen Nandekano. They did everything to make him run away from this Biafra. But he refused. The same thing they are doing to you and I today. They want us to be afraid of talking about Biafra. They want us to be ashamed of mentioning Biafra. They want us to feel scared of accepting our freedom. You must not fall for it. You must not fall for it. The attack is coming from every angle you can never ever imagine. You don't know what we are facing individually. Those of us putting our faces on the line. Because of pressure and everything, I have decided to activate one of my numbers. The public numbers I used, I deactivated it because of some information that are coming inside there. In order to remain sane, in order to keep my sanity, I decided to put that very number off so that I will not be getting the informations and the contact and calls that I'm getting. Because I want to remain on the path of truth. I want to take my decisions and be responsible of the decisions I make. I don't want to be confused. I don't want to confuse anybody, and I don't want anybody to confuse me. Wherever you are listening to my voice this evening, I want you to know that Biafra is at a crossroad. We are in a very, very, very difficult time. I cannot pretend about it. So many people can pretend about it to paint it all good. It is not all good. The news we are getting from Biafra land is not all good. The informations we are getting from Biafra land are scary. But all we are praying is that we should limit the number of casualties as much as we can. Wherever you are watching this program from, you must continue to pray for everyone in Biafra land. Continue to remember them in your prayers, because your prayers could go a long way to save lives. We cannot do these things on our own. If anybody comes around to tell you that he or she can do it on her own, that is a lie. None of us can do it on our own. And that is why we must have to come together to fight this battle together. We must put our heads together to fight this battle and win it. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not give up your faith. Do not give up in the battle. No matter how difficult or how challenging it is, we are going to overcome. No matter the obstacles, no matter the trials and temptation, no matter what you hear and what you see, do not give up, my fellow Biafrans. Don't give up your faith. There is a lot that we can do. Is Biafra possible? Biafra is very, very possible. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu could not give up, even in the territory of the enemy, and Mazen Simon Ekpa has refused to give up, even in the most challenging time, why would I be the one to give up? Why? Why will you be the one to give up? We must never give up. We must fight this battle to the end. We must continue to move forward and never look back. No matter the obstacles, no matter the hindrances, no matter the challenges, no matter what you hear or see, do not get discouraged. Instead, stay encouraged. Do not lose your guard. Instead, stay stronger. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are at this minute, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam, continue to stand your ground. Continue to stand your ground. Never allow the propaganda and blackmails of the enemies to get hold of you. Never allow their lies to get anywhere close to you. They are not going to stop. If you think they will stop, they will never stop. Every day they are going to be cooking more lies. They will be bringing more blackmails, more propagandas. You must not fall for it. Nigeria is not an option and will never ever be an option for any Biafra that cares about his or her life. Nigeria can never be an option for any Biafran. Wherever you are, Nigeria can never be an option. There is no country that will break out of Nigeria that will be worse than what it is. The situation is very serious. You must wake up. You must stand up. Focus on the real enemy, not on your brother and sister. When you are blackmailing your brother, calling your sister a terrorist, calling your brother a terrorist, blackmailing your brother, blackmailing your sister, you are equally blackmailing yourself. Whatever you call me is what you are. As long as you're wearing that name Biafra, whoever wears that name Biafra, any title that is given to him affects every one of us. I don't know why it is difficult for some of us to understand that. That is why a Biafran boldly begin to insult a fellow Biafran and call a fellow Biafran a terrorist. And I'll be asking myself, what do you stand to gain by that name calling? What do you stand to gain? What are you intending to achieve by the name calling? What do you intend to achieve? When you give your brothers, your sisters name that is not theirs, you give them derogatory names, you call them terrorists, you think that people will see them like a terrorist, then see you as a responsible person? You must be a joker. Yes, you must be joking. Each time you mention your brother or your sister as a terrorist, you are equally a terrorist. You are only advertising yourself to the world. But unfortunately, so many of us do not think before they speak. They speak before they think. And that is bad. Time has come when we have to be thinking of every single statement that comes out of our mouth. Before we utter any word, we have to think deep. We need to think very, very deeply about what we are saying or what we want to say. We must all be very careful. We must all be very careful. We must mind what we do at all times. So many a time you see people pretending to be what they are not. All that glitters are not gold. So many things that you are hearing and you are seeing today are not the way you see it. I bet you. And very soon, very, very soon, you will understand the word I speak. Most of the time I speak in parable because I don't want people to get confused the more. I don't want people to go out of line, to distract. I don't want to get anybody distracted. That is why sometimes when I speak in a certain way. But I believe that those who the information is meant for are getting it. The Biafra we are fighting for is for you. It's for me. There is only one way we can get our freedom. There is only one way. Nobody is going to dash us the freedom. We will fight for it in truth and in sincerity. Mazen Nandekano made it clear that the only way you can get Biafra is in truth, not in lies, propaganda, and blackmail. No. Mazen Simon Ekwa said the same thing. So wherever you are, watch yourself, watch your tongue, watch your mouth, what you say. Do not say something you cannot be able to defend. Don't say because my brother said it, I have to say it. Because my sister said it, I have to say it. Because my friend said it, I have to say it. It doesn't work that way. Because you'll be responsible for every single shit that comes out of your mouth. Biafra is the only remedy for all of us. Including those who are not Biafrans. Once Biafra becomes free, Ududua will be free, Arewa will be free, the Middle Beltans will be free. So it is not a selfish pursuit of our freedom. In as much as the rest people do not understand, their envy and jealousy could not allow them to understand what we are pursuing and what we are chasing. But that will not stop us from doing what we have to do because we know what we are doing. We cannot change our mindset simply because of their evil deeds and their misunderstandings of whom we are. That will not make us to change our decisions or what we do. We will continue to do what we have to do, and we will continue to pursue our freedom the best way we can. So wherever you are and you are listening to me in this program, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam to rise above hatred, rise above propaganda, rise above blackmail. Put in all your effort to continue to sustain and hold on to this freedom that we so bear into our heart. Hold it tight. Hold it. We can make it a reality. We can. Yes, we can. In unity, we can do a lot of things. In sincerity, we can achieve a lot. Because truth is power. Truth itself is Chukwu Kabiam. And when truth is leading, there is nothing on the planet Earth that will stop it. That is why Mazen Nandekano said, I will destroy the zoo with the truth. Hasn't he destroyed the zoo? He did. Without firing a shot. The zoo is on its knee today. A failed state that has gotten to an extent that a country confirmed that Nigeria is a terrorist country. Not just an ordinary person talking in the street or ordinary organization talking. The High Court of Canada, Supreme Court of Canada, a judge in that court said that the Nigerian government is a terrorist government. If you have not heard it, I am telling you, when somebody comes and tells you that the ruling party of a country is, they are run by terrorists, they are terrorist organization. APC and PDP, confirmed terrorist organization. I didn't say it, not the Biafrans, all the way from a responsible country like Canada. A responsible, for them to say that, it speaks volume. It speaks volume. Wherever you are as a Biafran, speak according to your knowledge. Whatever you don't know is bigger than you. And it is very funny. The kind of people I see today that jump into Biafra issues, they come to your comment section, they write, they contribute. Some of them open platform and speak. And when they open their mouth or write, I laugh. Very, very ignorant set of people. Very, very ignorant. Some of them claim to be educated simply because they can read and write. Some claim they're educated simply because they are eloquent in English. Some are claiming to be educated because of the certificate they were given. But when it comes to common sense, when it comes to issue of Biafra, when they open their mouth, you know that there's nothing inside them. And I'm not here for such kind of individuals. I'm not here to convince you or to push you or to force you to listen to what I'm saying. I don't do that. That is not my style. That is why when I preach, I don't care who is watching, who is listening, or how many people are there. Those who are willing will pay attention and they will make use of the words where it concerns them. And the ignorant ones will always be there to be pushing their ignorance, wallowing in their ignorance until when it becomes too late. So many of us have been here for too long. It's not even a question of time. It's not a question of how long you have been in the struggle. Let me not go to that side, because when you say it, they say it's not how long. I know, I agree. I agree, it's not how long. But experience is the best teacher anybody can have. Experience is the best teacher anyone can have. I like to entertain guests, people who can be confident to come out with their face and defend their superior argument. There are people who I've encountered many people on my live programs that have superior argument. They must not agree with what I say. You mustn't agree with anything I say. Have your own superior argument and you come and argue it out. You put your word for what the whole world is watching and they are listening. And we see the angle you are coming. But some of the people that hide under the comment section to type and write and talk trash are people that cannot even defend what they are talking about. If you engage them on a debate, they can't last 1 minute. They cannot last 1 minute because their argument lacks substance. Their argument lacks substance. And that is why I don't like to do the part of saga, blackmail, propaganda. Because you just end up seeking for how to win battle, how to win arguments, how to win somebody to your side. That is where you focus attention. And you ignore the real war that is before us. You ignore the fact that we have a war in our hand today. In Okigwe, people are dying. In Olu, people are dying. In Anambra State, people are dying. We are losing our ground. We are losing stance. But you are not focusing. You don't care. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you because you are busy. You are busy trying to win saga. You are busy trying to win argument, win somebody to your side to believe you. You want to win a battle and you forgot the real war, which is the reason why every Biafrans are gathering. That is why I am here. That is why you are suffering. The war that we are facing, that is the major issue. The war ahead of us, that is the major issue. But so many of us today, we don't even think to that direction. What we care about is win arguments. Winning arguments. Winning arguments. We are supposed to be concerned about winning the war. We want to win the war and go home. That is my lookout. My freedom is what I'm here for. I'm not here for any other thing apart from my freedom. I'm not here to glorify anybody. I'm not here to promote anybody, only to promote Biafra. I'm not here for any other purpose or reason, but to air my opinion and my voice and to see that the lies of the enemy does not survive. That is the path I have chosen. What is your own assignment? What did you choose? What assignment have you chosen as a Biafran? Which area are you battling? Which area are you battling? It's a question. Which area? There must be an area where you are focused and you are battling. Some of us that are very busy today in creating distractions, ask them, what is your focus? What is your contribution? What are you doing to see that the state that we have gotten today, that Biafra is respected and win recognition? So many of us do not have such in our mind. The only thing you know is that any place where you see there's a live stream, you go there and constitute nuisance. You go there and create an argument. You go there and look for something that somebody says that you're going to copy and use as a content. You go there to see how you're going to accuse the person of one thing or the other. That is what some of us do. You don't have any substance to add in this very journey that we're in. No substance. No substance. No substance. We are in a time where hatred is the order of the day. Hatred is the order of the day. Sometimes you see some people, once you preach unity, they get angry. They say, why will you talk about unity? Why will you tell them to unite? You can imagine somebody who is talking for self-determination and freedom, and you don't want to hear somebody speak about unity. It's unbelievable. And I begin to wonder, what kind of Biafra does such kind of an individual want? What kind of Biafra does such kind of individual want? Biafra is at the crossroad. We will endure or perish. We need to endure or perish. And already, so many of us are already enduring. There are so many of us today that are enduring. We endure all the insult. We endure all the abuse. We endure all the neglect. And we continue to speak about Biafra, regardless what anybody think or feels out there. We continue to promote Biafra. There are so many of us that are paying heavy prices for this very journey. So many of us have lost businesses, contact, friends. You lose your time, you lose your money. We are enduring a lot. There are Biafrans that are really enduring. Really enduring. So many Biafrans. More especially the Biafran people in Biafra land. If I were to be in Biafra land, I'm not sure if I will be able to be broadcasting. If I were to be in Biafra land, I'm not sure I'll be broadcasting. Maybe I'll be doing something else. And maybe I will be having the Biafra in my heart without speaking out. Because I know there are thousands of people in Biafra land that have Biafra only in their heart. They can't be able to voice it out because of the environment where they found themselves. The ones that are voicing out have lost every single. There are some of them. I know many Biafrans that have lost their means of livelihood simply because they were talking about Biafra in Biafra land. They lost all their means of livelihood. They are running from pillar to pole every minute of the day. They are hiding simply because they want to be free. And they are still enduring. These are the people we are supposed to be encouraging. Because of them, sometimes when you are provoked, you calm down. It is because of them that some of us, when we see certain things, when we see some things that is very annoying and upsetting, you just ignore it and you move ahead. You go on. You wouldn't allow anything to distract you. Because many people have put a lot of things on the line. Somebody like our Supreme Mazen Nandekano, who has put the life of his parents on the line. Mazen Nandekano lost every single thing. If Mazen Nandekano decide not to fight for Biafra, he's a king in his hometown. He's a king. And he will receive salary from the federal government. We have been enjoying himself. But he has lost everything. He lost his two parents. Simon Ekpa Njoko, our prime minister, was living very fine and okay. Master Simon was living very okay in Finland. Before he joined this struggle, somebody that, if anybody that comes from Nigeria and fly into Finland and you didn't see him, you didn't hear about him, it means you didn't enter Finland. Any personality that comes into Finland from Nigeria and did not see Master Simon Ekpa, it means he didn't come to Finland. But today he has thrown away all those things, sacrificed all those things for us to be free. And yet you are there gossiping. You are there gossiping. Biafra is at the crossroad. Today we are waiting that Master Simon Ekpa will appear in court. Hopefully by Monday. Hopefully by Monday, we're going to follow up and see what transpires. The least you can do now is to continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, every day. You know our enemies can do and undo. We are living in a lawless world, in a world that don't obey the rule of law. The world don't obey the rule of law. They don't care what you say or what you do. They do not obey the rule of law. The world do not obey the rule of law. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They just do whatever they want. They don't care how you feel. Neither do they care how I feel. And that is why we must continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, that on Monday, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will show him mercy. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will stand and speak on his behalf. He has not committed any crime. He made all the sacrifice for you and I. He made sacrifice for you and I. The only thing we can do for him now is to continue to pray. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, when he said yes, nobody can say no. Only him can change the situation. As you can see, Finland cannot be trusted. The Finland judicial system cannot be trusted. This is for the very first time we are seeing an European country behaving like an African country. An European country creating a law that never existed before. The first time they are having such a case of Master Simon Ekpa, and look at the way they handled it. We are waiting to see and hear their verdict on Monday. Monday is going to be a blessing for us. That is my hope and faith. And every one of us should continue to pray. Do not go to sleep without praying for Master Simon Ekpa. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday. For those of us who are Christians, those of us that are pastors, Christians in their churches, pray for Master Simon Ekpa tomorrow. Pray for him. Pray for him the best way you can. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, do not forget to pray for Master Simon Ekpa tomorrow. Make him your prayer point that Chukwu Okike Abiyama should show him mercy and let the case be on his side. Only the grace of God will lead us and take us to the promised land. We already know what is going on. You and I know about the global conspiracy. You and I know that the Biafra is at the crossroad. It is no longer a story, or maybe it is something that you and I know. The conspiracy against Biafra is so much. It's so huge. If Finland could do what they did to Master Simon Ekpa, who again is free? Who again wouldn't they touch in this world? The West have shown that it is about interest. The existence of Biafra is seen as a threat. If you don't understand that, please understand it now. They see the existence of Biafra as a threat. The entire West, including the United States of America. Yes. Yes. It is only us that will fight our battle. They can begin to change their mind and change their tone when we begin to fight the battle. But for them to ignite the battle for us or join us at the beginning, they won't. They will never. Never, ever. That is one mistake that some of us make. You think that they will be the one. You are going to start that battle and fight it to an extent before they are going to come. It is about interest. As it stands today, their interest is protected. As it stands today, you are the one they see as a threat to their interest. It is Biafra that they see Biafra as a threat to their interest. They know that when Biafra comes, they can no longer get that free mineral resources in Nigeria. They will lose the control of mineral resources. Do you know the amount of mineral resources that deposited in Nigeria? Biafra land? Do you know? Of course you don't. That is why you think they will come. They will not come. And I want us to see how bad it is and what is going on in the Zoological Republic. You think it's a joke? It is not a joke. We need to tighten our belts and tighten it very, very hard. Tighten your belt and tighten it very, very hard. Biafra is at a crossroad. It's either we endure or we perish. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has endured. Mazi Simon Ekpa equally endured. What about you? I want us to listen to this very message from Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, what he had to say.
Somebody is saying, Simon, don't give up. You will not give up. You will not. The reason why I'm doing this exposition is, it's just for those who because of the, you don't blame them. They don't have the opportunity to research and they don't have the opportunity to go to school or something like that. So that is why it is very important that I did this. Okay. Let's for those all those idiots. I don't care because they are not speaking for Biafra. Okay, we are convinced and we are well pleased with 99.9% of Biafra people back home. So who are social media? Who are the people chatting on social media? They are ghosts. We don't regard them. The people that matters to us are those back home.
Did you hear that? The people that matters to us are those back home. The people that matters to us are those back home. This statement is very strong. You can interpret it the way you want. That is why I speak the way I speak sometimes in Paris. People back home matters a lot. These people that jump on social media to come and do saga, talk rubbish, and that, it doesn't make sense to me. The people that matters to both are those back home, because it is those people that the world will look upon. You remember initially they were telling us that the only people who are abroad are talking about freedom. That people who are abroad are the one igniting the problem. It was when we started the sit at home. The sit at home that they begin to pay attention. They saw that people at home are even much more involved than people abroad. We must continue to keep that picture. We must not allow Nigerian government to change. Nigeria is trying as much as they can to change that picture that Mazi Simon Ekpa created. They want to change that image. Where we did our referendum and they saw videos, people voting. They saw the response in sit at home. They want to change it because that was a game changer. The world saw it and they knew that it is not only people living abroad that are talking, that people who are in the homeland are much more involved, just like those who are living abroad.
Because these are the people who are fighting. And so far, so good. We are pleased with them because they have adhered to the things we have put in the program. They have adhered to our advices. They have adhered to our orders. They have adhered to how we are, agitating for this our freedom. That is exactly we are happy with. So I don't care, and I don't think anybody should care about the people shouting to be and not. So the reason why I'm doing this is that for those who may be ignorantly and because they don't have the opportunity to get themselves educated, at least know why we are taking certain decisions that may be very hard And why that particular decision we are taking and will be hard on you is the price and the sacrifice we make for Biafra to come next year. So we have been able to prove to the world that we control the entire, not just considerable part of Biafra, sovereign part of Biafra. No, we have been able to prove to the world that we control the entire Biafra.
This is very important. Proving to the world that you will control Biafra land. It's very key. Master Simon Ekpa succeeded in proving to the world that we are in charge of the entire Biafra land. And today, Nigerian government is revising that. And some of us, you see that thing happening. You don't care. All you do is to come online to do saga. All you do to come online to see who you're going to castigate. All you do is to come online and see who you're going to abuse and call names. All you do is to come online and see who your fellow Biafran that you're going to call a terrorist. You are not worried that during the time of Master Simon Ekpa, it was very clear that Biafran people are in charge of their territory. People back home were fully in support. That's why everything was going smoothly and the world was paying attention. Today, the zoo is using every single opportunity they have, more especially at this end time, to change the narrative. They are changing the narrative. Go and look at the campaign they are doing in Biafra land. They go everywhere, they take video, they tell you it is Biafran people that are destroying the place. They go here, they take video, they say it's Biafran people that are killing people. Everything that is bad, they say it is Biafran people. Meanwhile, we know that the people who are causing the damage and destruction are the Nigerian soldiers and the criminal vigilante group that they have gathered together. But they are going on rampage on campaign and they are convincing people. They are convincing so many people. They are convincing so many people. Creating fear, making people to feel ashamed of talking about Biafra. That is what they are doing today in Biafra land. They make people to be ashamed of talking about Biafra. They make people to be scared of talking about Biafra. And you are not worried. You are not worried. You are busy pushing propaganda. You are busy lying right, left, and center, attacking your brother and your sisters. You should be ashamed of yourself. Biafra is at a crossroad. Biafra is at a crossroad. Biafra is at the crossroad. We will endure or perish. We either endure or we perish. This is the time to endure. It's either you endure or perish. Whatever you know your brother has done that is making you so angry, whatever your sister have done that is making you so angry that you want to destroy what we have fought for together, you want to destroy it because of your personal grudge with somebody, because of your hatred, envy, jealousy, greed, the fear of the unknown. You want to destroy the things we have fought together for. It is either you learn to endure or we all perish. It's either you learn to endure or we will all perish. Don't think it's only me. It's not only me.
And by so doing, government of Biafra in exile, legitimacy is being given to them by the people of Biafra themselves. You get the point now. So, do you want me to take you on a journey to another government?
Here, our Prime Minister is explaining the way our government enjoys legitimacy. You enjoy that legitimacy by taking over the land, taking control, absolute control. evidential control that people will look and say and know that yes, you are in charge. That gives you legitimacy that when you present your case before the whole world, they look back and they say, oh, these people, they really want to go. They are with their government. That is why we must pay attention to the homeland. They don't care much about those of us abroad if you don't know. They don't care. The focus is the homeland. That is why the Zoological Republic is doing everything humanly possible to change the narrative, but we will not allow them. They will never succeed. Nigeria is never an option and will never, ever be an option. We will continue to expose their evil deed. A country where the government itself will help the terrorists to drive people from their homes and allow the terrorists to occupy it. I want to play a video. You see how the government supports terrorists. The government by themselves will be the one to support terrorists. They will be the ones to support terrorists and allow the terrorists to take over people's home, while the people that own the home will now be in IDP camp. Instead of allowing them to go back to their home, they will be creating new places for them. They will be moving them from one IDP camp to the other. These are people that have home before, but government take away everything and left them with nothing. Only in Nigeria you can see that.
Nigeria only come to every blessed day to demolish houses. And if they are coming, sir, they come with full adherence. As we speak.
Did you hear that? Nigerian forces come to demolish houses. And when they come with Fulani headsmen. Nigerian armed forces, they come to demolish house. And when they come with Fulani. This thing is on the ground. They are speaking to media, the Zoological Republic media, but they will never report this. They won't report it. It won't make a headline. Look at the report. People on the ground are giving. For those who doesn't know what is happening, pay attention. Listen.
Nigeria only come to every blessed day to demolish houses. And if they are coming, sir, they come with full adherence. As we speak, full adherence have taken over our community, abhorred by Nigeria Army. If you see the big gap they have built for full adherence in our community, it's even bigger than the whole of our community.
You can imagine. The army come to burn houses, and when they are coming, they come with Fulani herdsmen. When they come, they will drive the owners of the community to the IDP camp, and they will build a house, a home for the Fulani herdsmen there, while they drive the owners of the community. And this guy is confessing that the houses they built for these terrorists is even much better than their own, them that are citizens that are homeless. They burn their own houses, destroy them, drive them away, then create a home for the Fulani terrorists. Unbelievable. I am not saying it. You can hear it by yourself here. Listen and hear it. You know, when we say certain things, people don't know how bad it is. And this is what we do not want to happen in Biafra land. This is what they want to do in Biafra land. Those houses where people have run away, those houses that have been burnt, their plan is to bring Fulani herdsmen and put there. But do you know why Fulani cannot confidently come and take land in our home, come and live in our houses? Because we have the Liberation Army on the ground. There are forces on the ground that we eject them with immediate effect. Biafra is not like the north. Biafran land is not like the northern side. But look at the confession that is coming here. I think this is northern side, and Benue State also. The army will come with the Fulani herdsmen, burn houses, drive the people away, and then build a new houses for the terrorists. I am not saying it. Hear it.
Nigeria only come to every blessed day to demolish houses. And if they are coming, sir, they come with full adherence. As we speak, full adherence have taken over our community, abhorred by Nigeria Army. If you see the big gap they have built for full adherence in our community, it's even bigger than the whole of our community. If there is someone house in Ogede, then we build 50 full adherence camp. If they destroy 50 houses, then we build thousands of Fulani camps. As we talk, we don't longer go to our way.
Did you hear that? They will destroy the house of the owners of the land and they will build Fulani camp. When they destroy houses, they drive the people into IDP camp and they will build house and put Fulani herdsmen there. This is happening in the Zoological Republic. Nobody is reporting it. You see the people crying and shouting. Elderly, look at an old woman. Hear this old woman say.
That's all.
It's a very serious issue.
Nonsense. Absolute arrant nonsense.
I go down Nigeria my house, Nigerians. Don't go away, come where just use just say make you see how like government and I don't know, just demolish this kind of house like this. Look the house.
Imagine.
This house they pour this fence. Okay, this fence never going on. They just go somebody master. It's a finished house. Not the house where we say they see they work on or maybe see they work.
Look at how they destroy the house.
Yeah, things inside this house. And the first policy.
The same thing they are doing in Biafra land. Look at the very nice house they destroyed. The same thing they are doing in Biafra land.
This place now wall. What you say here? Now full wall this place. And they use sledgehammer. I don't know if they break my house. They break somebody's house.
You can imagine. Nigerian army, they destroy the house, they build another one for the Fulani herdsmen. Look at the nice house that somebody erected, and they destroy it. Imagine. This is what is happening in the Zoological Republic. We don't want this to happen in Biafra land. We don't want this to happen in Biafra land. We don't want this to happen in Biafra land. This is why we are crying and shouting. We must have to unite to fight these people. Instead, look at the confession of people. That the military will come with them, burn houses, drive. That is why you see them today. They are showing video of places, villages in Biafra land where people have vacated completely. And they will tell you it is the Biafran people who say they are fighting. How can people fighting for Biafra drive away a whole village? How can you think that with it? Just use your own brain and think. What on earth will make the Liberation Army of Biafra drive away a whole village? The only people that drive away a whole village is the military. We have seen them when they come with the AK-47 and machine gun, and they were spreading machine gun in a village where people are living. When they drive armored car and you go into a village where civilians are living and you break house, what do you expect? When you go into a village and you are murdering young people from 15 years upwards, you want them to stay. Then when they run away to save their life, you come and you blame the Liberation Army. All they are trying to do is to chase you away, bring Fulani and put there. We must not allow that to happen. And the only way we cannot allow that to happen is for us uniting together and fighting this battle. Keep your grudges aside. Keep your grudges aside. Let us fight this battle or you perish. It's either you leave that your idiocy aside or you perish. There is no time for blackmail, propaganda, attack this, calling your brother a terrorist, calling your sister a terrorist. That is madness, arrant nonsense. While you are busy talking trash in your platforms, they are busy taking over your land. While you are busy talking rubbish. The world is silent. You can't tell the world what is happening in your land. You can't share it and tell them. You are busy listening to the idiocy of the Zoological Republic. I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will deliver every single one of us. I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will give us that wisdom and knowledge to think right. Wherever you are, I urge you to pray for Master Simon Ekpa. As he is coming to court on Monday, may Chukwu Kabiam stand and speak on his behalf. May Chukwu Kabiam stand for Master Simon Ekpa, speak on his behalf. May the glory of Chukwu Kabiam overshadow him. We pray that no weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Master Simon Ekpa will prosper. Any evil plan they have made against him, any agenda, whatever negative pronunciation against Master Simon Ekpa next week, we cancel it. We cancel it. When Chukwu Kabiam say yes, nobody can say no. Wherever you are tomorrow, make Master Simon Ekpa your prayer point. Every one of us. Make Master Simon Ekpa your prayer point. If you can pray, you go to church, you pray. If you go to mosque, you pray. If you're a traditionalist, go to your native doctor, pray. Anything you can do, send in your prayer through any means you can to Chukwu Kabiam. Tell him we want Master Simon Ekpa out next week. We don't want him to stay on the next week. The evil is too much. We can no longer do this on our own. We need him now more than ever. We need him. We need him more than ever. Don't forget to pray for him. And I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will bring him for us. And also Mazen Nandekano, by October, no hand is going to stop him. Let us continue to shower our prayer upon him for good health, for strength, for revelations. No evil shall befall them. No evil shall befall them. No evil shall befall them. This is the time for us to think again and focus on things that matter. Not on ourselves. Not on our brothers or our sisters. The more you are blackmailing your brother or your sister, you are blackmailing yourself. Immediately you open your mouth, you call your sister or your brother a terrorist. You are a terrorist. That is what you are telling the world. You are not exempted. Master Simon Ekpa get example of the BBC report that came when the DOS were busy calling Master Simon Ekpa name, calling him name. When the report came online, all their picture appeared as terrorists, as members of terrorist organizations. Their pictures appeared. So be warned. If you do good, you do yourself. You do bad, you do yourself. May Chukwu Kabiam guide and protect all of us. Thank you so much for listening on this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam. Thank you so much and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, them they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, the EJ love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses, but now them they shoot us any